Hello, fellow mutants.
Hello, fellow mutants. Welcome back to another video. So, as you guys may have seen, if you've been subscribed to me for a while, I had some choice words with the Mayhem. It's a fun kids movie, but as an Ninja Turtle movie, it sucks. I even guest starred on Inside the Booth, which I will link that stream where I was on talk about it. Where even I withheld myself because I knew if I got into this long-winded rant of how all the ways Mutant Mayhem disappointed me, I would take a whole 30 minutes to an hour. And I wanted the other people to have their time to sign too. I mean, just mostly me, because I know I'm a hot mess. But also, if you guys click, go into the description, click on that link where it's a stream to Inside the Booth. Please consider give them a subscriber. They're amazing. In this video, though, the reason why I have mentioned Mutant Mayhem is because apparently the sequel is going to be geared towards the adults. And this is kind of interesting to me because the first one was definitely geared towards kids. So how is it going to I wonder how it's going to feel between that shift change between adults to kids, or kids to adults. I mean, so let's read. It's beginning to feel a lot like Germania 2. Sorry, I shouldn't probably sung the bass. It feels a lot like it's beginning to feel like a lot like Germania 2. The release of the CG animated reboot Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem in theaters this year helped put out the Heroes and Half Cell back on the map, but we can't let it take all the credit. In the 30-odd years since their heyday ended, the Ninja Turtles' popularity hasn't warmed as much as we might have expected. Mutant Mayhem took the massive slice out of the box office and impressed fans and critics, but it was preceded by many popular TMNT installments. Since 1987, the cartoon departed our screen in 1996, and the original four series ended in 1993. Right, okay. We had a ton of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles content. In 03, 87 series was rebooted, and 4 years later we got a CG animated theatrical film, TMNT, which was released in 2007. In 2012, CG animated series arrived on Nickelodeon. 2 years after that, the first Michael Bay produced live-action film hit theaters, followed by a sequel in 2016. Then, 2018, we had another Nickelodeon animated series called Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which lasted from 2018 to 2020. And some may say even like may not be the series, but the universe of the Rise Turtles lasted into last year because last year they even had a movie on Netflix called Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, which I don't know if they're going to talk about in here. None of these accounts for all the many Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video games and comic books that have been churned, churned out in the time. In terms of numbers, the comics books where the franchise first started went out and then some. Started life under Mirage Studios in 1984. The comic book would continue under Image Comics, Archie Comics, and now IDW Comics, which has been creating exciting new TMNT stories since 2011. But you could say they hit their stride in 2020. The Last Ronin, which is a phenomenal series, which you guys should read. It's a 5-book series. Takes definitely an unexpected turn for the Turtles in a way. It's definitely gritty and darker too. And I absolutely love it. And I highly recommend you guys picking up a copy of The Last Ronin because it will blow your guys' mind and make your days. Anyways, The Last Ronin, which came out in 2020. Oh, and you guys can also look at my reviews of The Last Ronin on my channel too. So, selfless plug. So, The Last Ronin is becoming more popular by the day. The dark retelling finds a lone turtle living in an unfamiliar and dystopian future where he embarks on a one-way mission to avenge the deaths of his 3 fallen brothers. But Michelangelo isn't alone. Michelangelo being the Last Ronin. He teams up with the battle-scarred April O'Neil, her daughter Casey Marie, and the bastion of rebels who are attempting to reclaim the city from the dictator Hiroko Hiroto, who also happens to be the grandson of the Shredder and the man responsible for the deaths of Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, Splinter, and Casey Jones. And that's a beautiful picture. The Last Ronin ran 5 issues and was followed up this year with The Last Ronin Lost Years in 2023, whose 5 issues focus on the preceding years that Michelangelo became the titular warrior, while they're in the pressing introducing 4 brand new Ninja Turtles characters. The Last Ronin became the bestseller in the New York Times and has become popular with fans. So there's now demand for the live action film or television series adaptation of the comic book series. But it doesn't look like either will happen anytime soon. But there will be a video game that's coming out, The Last Ronin, and I am so excited. You guys can even check out my reaction of the Last Ronin game announcement on my channel. Another shameless plug. TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman, which I met this year at C2E2 all the way in March. Fantastic. I nerded out. I'm surprised I didn't like pass out and faint because I met one of my heroes. Just imagine if I had a hard time like not nerding out with him, if I ever meet like Mandy Summers, for example, which is one of my favorite comic creators and one of my favorite YouTube content creators. Oh, I'm gonna have a hard time, man. Fainting while nerding out. Anyways, TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman recently confirmed that there are no plans for the Last Ronin movie, and said that Nickelodeon is committed to developing a continuity established in Mutant Mayhem, which is the first installment in the Stereo universe. However, a video game adaptation of the beloved comic book series is currently in the development, which is to be said heavily inspired by the God of War games. The Last Ronin game. Oh, you can click this to get the Last Ronin t-shirt, which I always link the articles in the description for any of you guys who are new. So if you do click the article link for this article, make sure to click the last Ronin game recently shared, its first teaser. If you guys want to see that too, or just go on my channel, see my reaction to it. Give me the views as well, or just go in here and play. But while the last Ronin game is likely years from release, fans of the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles brand still have a lot to be excited about. For all caught up with the last Ronin comic books, you'll be thrilled to know that there's a new series starts hitting shelves next year. Announced a few months ago, the last Ronin 2 Evolution will follow the four new turtles who were mostly teased in lost years. Odin-Yi, Mocha, and Uno are officially the four new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I've heard that they all like represent one their name. So, um, Odin-Yi, Mocha, and Uno were first introduced in the Lost end of the Lost Year, end of the last Ronin. They returned to in Lost Years and the one-shot last Lost Days, in which they are still relatively young turtles, but going by these new images, fair to say they aren't children anymore. Yeah, they look like they are teenagers. Um, so quote unquote is more than a decade after the last Ronin defeated the Foot Clan, New York City finds itself in a state of steady decline. Now that disparate gang fight for economic and political control, and the chaos is taking its toll. It's clear that Casey Marie that isn't done. If something isn't done soon, the city she knows and loves will be lost forever. So whether they're ready or not, she and her young pupils must race to the collision and lead the charge to keep the peace. Witness that rise of the next generation of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as they fight to restore peace to the streets they uh, they live below. Legendary TMNT co-creator Kevin Eastman proudly presents the next epic chapter of The Last Ronin, resembling the acclaimed creative team from the original Monster bestseller of the second oversized prestige formatted ministry event. And this is like what someone did on YouTube. It looks so cool. So The Last Ronin issue number 2 was originally scheduled to be released on December 2023, but however, the IDW had pushed the release date back to February 28th, 2024. That's like 6 days after my birthday. It's disappointing, of course, but if the new series is anything like the previous, it will be worth it. In the meantime, if you're hungry for R-rated TMNT action, check out The Last Ronin fan film, or if you're happy with a family-friendly Turtles, Mutant Mayhem is now available to stream. So, I actually I'm gonna keep the thumbnail that I already made to throw off people. But you're welcome. Clickbait, right? But admittedly at first when I saw TMT sequel geared towards adults, I honestly thought they were meant the Mutant Mayhem Turtles. I genuinely thought that they were meant the Mutant Mayhem Turtles, but I'm happy I didn't read it until after I started reading it with you guys because I'm excited. I'm excited. I still need to watch or read Lost Year. So whenever I do, y'all can expect my review of it. So, anyways, what do you beautiful people have to say about this wonderful article? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. And I will talk to you, fellow mutants, later. Later, taters. And eat more pizza. Pizza's amazing, right?